fellow congregation members of the church. All people do is give up as an evil, rotten, decrepit, low-down, distributable, foul-mouthed monster. I realize that monsters like this do not have a place in heaven. And I also realize that hell simply will not have them because they don't want a motherfucker like this trying to take over. Pardon my language. Let him monk this shit.
It's another beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield. I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring the...
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, you may be like me, you may be into the herbal refreshments, the adult beverages, and you may just need some simple directions at the end of your hump day to find the special little spot that you need to be tonight. And we're going to give you a good, nice landmark first, because landmarks are good, especially, you know, you're a little cloudy. Look for that big house, the one with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar, but most of all, he's a man of commerce, slipping what you should, and he's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core, and you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You're goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is that special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and how it used to be once upon a time, every Wednesday. Well, it's going to be again tonight, as we have a very special guest in studio. Once upon a time on Raider Reaction, every Wednesday we dropped back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide as we touched on all the hot league topics. We made the picks on the hot games coming up for the week, all of that good stuff. Well, he's in studio tonight, and it's time for Ghost to the Post with Prime and the Commish.
That's right. What's up, football fans? What's up, Raider fans? It is your main man, Prime, with the Commish tonight, doing it like we used to. This is Goes to the Post, where we go league-wide. We talk about everything under the shield. That's right.
You didn't slip him enough money, Keith. Don't be cheap.
So, all right. Well, I'm glad that we are here again, doing it like we used to. I mean, Goes to the Post was always so much fun until, you know, the powers that be made it so we couldn't do it anymore. And I want to thank everyone that still watched the Prime Cut on Wednesday nights. It's all right. We're still working out that schedule for the football season, so you'll get plenty of the Prime for you all season long. So anyway, wow. And I can't believe it. Here we are in studio together.
And here we go. We've been a lot of action taking place. Big names cut, big names injured. Let's start with big names released first, Prime. Probably the biggest name released over the past several has been Leonard. Again, as definitely not any concern or an issue there, but he's now with the Bucks. They went and picked him up. They're on the veteran train. They've grabbed Shady McCoy. They brought in Brady. They brought Gronk off the fucking beach, pulled him off a keg somewhere. They've got him back. So now I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what to think about that.
No, really, I mean, Leonard Fournette has been. They thought he was going to be a bell cow for Jacksonville, and he really was the bell cow just his first year when he had about 9 touchdowns. I mean, when he was healthy, he got over 1,000 yards, but for the most part, that was a really underachieving offense last year where he only scored 3 touchdowns. He had no receiving touchdowns while he racked up those 76 catches. So Leonard Fournette is now a Buck, so he's going to be there. It looks like it's going to be, you know, the old guys that are going to take over that Bucks backfield. You know, I think they were excited by a couple, like a rookie and some other guy I forget they used to have. I mean, no one notable because that Bucks run game has been anemic for years. But
they have not had a solid running back for quite some time. They're hoping Ronald Jones is going to be something. So the fact they went out and grabbed Shady McCoy and Leonard Fournette, that shows you how much stock they got in old fucking Ronald Jones. They got no stock in that motherfucker whatsoever. You also see Prince Amakamura released by the Raiders, and then you see the news today that basically the guy that they thought was going to step in and fill the spot that would be on the other side from Trayvon Mullen, which was going to be Damon Arnett, has a broken thumb, and he's probably good possibility he's going to play, but he's going to play in a fucking club. You want your starting corner playing in a fucking club in week 1? No, thank you. Like I talked about last night on the Raider Nation Report, I believe Isaiah Johnson is going to get the nod. I think he was going to start week 1 anyway. I don't think it was going to be Arnett. So, but the Prince is out there. Do you think there's anything left for the Prince?
That's just terrible luck when you think you've got that rookie or that young player that's going to supplant the older guy. You bring the older guy in this case, it's Prince Amakamura, and you know, he was a starting cornerback. The man had some clout out of I think Nebraska.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's a Husker.
The Raiders. Yeah.
Big Red.
Yeah.
Corn-fed,
and yeah, what have you? The Huskers, Nebraska.
Tumbleweed.
Anyway, but no, he was supposed to be pretty good. He was supposed to be, I think, contending for a starting position. And then when you see a young guy come up and play like that, the way that Arnett was making the impact he was. And so you're like, we don't even need Prince Amakamura or whatever, you know? Yeah, we'll go with Arnett. And then the next day, he breaks his thumb. That is like the most terrible luck, I think.
That's bad juju right there.
That is some bad juju.
That's just bad juju. And I've heard that news as well, Brian, that this was a previous injury piece of Prince Amakamura. So it's going to be interesting. A little more news to come on that. It's a thumb fracture, okay? Yeah. So we're not talking, fucking torn ACL, hamstring issues, anything like that. We're talking a thumb issue. He clubbed that motherfucker, and he'll be all right. It's not the end of the world. You've seen plenty of guys play with one wing. I mean, Jesus Christ, Ronnie Lott had a fucking finger cut off so he could play a playoff game. He'll be all right.
Well, nah,
suck it up. Rub some dirt on that shit.
He's a legend. We can't just start tossing around legend names. This is Prince of Macaroon, that guy.
Yeah.
No,
he can't carry Ronnie Lott's job.
He doesn't get Ronnie Lott in the same paragraph.
He can't carry Lott's job. I'll agree.
What? Karl Malone.
Karl Malone!
And Gary Payton.
What the fuck's up with that? But
They better not be that Laker team, because that's that Laker team that picked up Karl Malone and Gary Payton and a couple other guys too. I mean, they were just totally poaching stars, old stars for a second. And then they lost to Detroit. The Pistons actually won the championship that year. They got shocked. They had Gary Payton, the glove. Come on. If you love sports, you got to love Gary Payton, because Gary Payton's one of the best basketball players, man. That guy.
He was a trash talker,
oh, my
too.
gosh. He would talk trash, and he would back it up. Don't get me started on the glove, and I love the NBA. What up?
That's right. Listen to Graham Steele Jr. If you're not an official supporter and rocking that badge like him, do it. Do it. We'll get into more of that in a little bit, because we got a raffle tomorrow night. We want you guys to be here with a chance to win. Mohamed Sanu released today. Mohamed Sanu was on my fantasy team last year. He was released and went over to the Patriots from the Falcons. I'm thinking, oh man, here we go. He didn't do shit last year, really for them. He was kind of utilitarian a little bit, and just never.
Maybe he was a mentor or something like that, but Sanu came over for a second-round draft pick. I'm not even sure they got that kind of value out of him, but I guess the Patriots, they're going to be really, I guess they're going to go with the second-year wide receiver, N'Keal Harry. He was drafted in the first round last year, and I know he was starting to develop. They're tanking. They still got Julian Edelman.
They got Edelman, but who's going to, I don't know, man. I'm so confused with what the Patriots are going to be this year. James White, I was debating whether to keep him in my fantasy dynasty league, and I did end up keeping him because I just don't know what they're going to do. I think they may use James White like they used Christian McCaffrey for Cam Newton. I just don't know. I have no idea. Cam Newton's such a different quarterback than Tom Brady, and how's that fit in that system?
Man, I tell you. Sony Michel is the starter, and they have James White as the backup at this time. But you know how Cam Newton used James White as a utility player, like anytime he had a third down. I mean, after he lost Gronk, I think James White became that much more important to the Patriots. By the way, of course, you know I'm Prime, and I'm into some teams. There are some teams that I just don't like, and the Patriots are on that short list. So.
That's for damn sure. They're definitely on that short list. Now, along with big names being dropped, big names have been falling on the injured list as well. We didn't get the preseason game. We didn't see quite the list of names that get injured that you normally have at this time of the year, because there was no preseason game, so you didn't have actual live action out there, guys getting tackled, making live action football moves and getting taking off those guys in this training camp and off season. But there have been some big names. You saw Derwin James, Chargers down. He's gone for the season. They're talking 6 to 8 months for that guy. That's a big hit, man. That's a bullet. A lot of people thought the Raiders were going to take him, and I'm glad they didn't. But yeah,
that's how injuries go, though. Who knows? If Derwin James would have put on a Raider jersey, maybe he doesn't get hurt or something like that. Yeah, it's hard to see, the ifs and buts and all that kind of good stuff. But I mean, the Chargers. Defensive backfield was actually set to be pretty good with Desmond King. I think that he's a good cornerback, and they had Derwin James as well. And without Derwin James, they don't pack quite the punch. I think they originally were. I
think they're gonna suck fucking hind tit.
I know they're the Sparklers.
They are the Sparklers, but look who their quarterback is, Prime. Look at their quarterback.
Tyrod Taylor was named the starter.
Exactly.
Tyrod. Who would name their child Tyrod? I don't want to talk about it, but Tyrod Taylor is a starter.
I'm guessing the man was a mechanic. That's all I can say. Who the fuck else would name their kid Tyrod? Unless he worked on cars.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Had to have a mechanic as a grandfather. Somewhere in the lineage there. Tyrod Spare Tire Taylor.
Maybe.
Or Tyrod Lugnut Taylor.
Maybe I don't want to talk about him. Anyway.
No, he's really
not. He is a starter. He is a starter, and he's not a terrible quarterback. He won games in Buffalo. He won some games some other places.
Yeah, he did. Now, there was another big injury on the silver and black front. Tyrell Williams. He was stepped in last year. He was supposed to be the solid number 2 to complement Antonio Brown on the other side of the ball from him. And obviously we know what happened with Antonio Brown. The fucking helmet and every fucking thing else, his feet, and goddamn lost his fucking mind. And then Tyrell Williams was thrust into supposed to be the one. He couldn't be healthy. He had the foot issues. He had every fucking kind of issue in the world last year and just wasn't really healthy. Didn't really produce. And then coming in this year, you're hoping the guy was finally going to have that season. He'd done nothing but basically underperformed minus his second year. He barely got on the field his first year, had a blowout kind of season his second year, and then he's just been trying to get back there ever since, and now he's done, man. He's shelved for the year, and I think the Raiders are done with him. I don't think he wears a uniform again.
I don't even know if he's going to come back in football, really. He hasn't really produced in his entire career. Nothing that warrants, I guess, even that number 2 consideration, which he was brought in to be at for Oakland.
Yeah.
You know, now with this torn labrum, I guess he'll come back, and I suppose I won't write off his entire career immediately, but honestly, he hasn't really panned out to be what anyone thought he was going to be. And even though he was in a stress situation when Antonio Brown, of course, departed and left, and he was left to be the number 1. He's not a number 1 receiver, so maybe he has a chance where he can go somewhere to some other team that has a substantial, like, you know, someone they
you need the big body deep threat or something.
Yeah.
And you can throw in there and be that guy, because
You know,
he's a 40-50 receiver or 40-50 reception year guy. That's what he is.
So he could kind of opposite Julio Jones, who is still balling at a high level. So
yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I think he'll.
Let's see if Williams goes to Atlanta.
He's done as a Raider, though. I mean, they brought him in for $43 million. They've already paid him his guaranteed money. Between last year and this year, he's paid all of his guaranteed money of his contract. He's owed like 11 to 12 million over the next 2 years. He's gone, man. He hasn't proved anything over 2 years. He was mediocre as fuck last year, and he's not even going to be on the field. Injured. I don't care about he got injured. That doesn't matter. Your number 1 asset as a professional athlete is availability, and you are not available for your team for the 2020 season, and they're paying you a boatload of money.
You know, Brian Sweet says Nelson Aguilar will step up this year, and I have to admit, I think the Raiders would be better off in trusting the youth of that wide receiver room than Nelson Aguilar. Now, Nelson Aguilar, he's a crafty veteran and all that kind of good stuff, but his best days were in Philadelphia, man. And right now, I think I'd be surprised if he'll be on, because he could mentor some younger players. And outside of Nelson Aguilar, I feel like that wide receiver room is young. So
I see Wesley throwing up a couple comments there. Marcus Mariota. Would you like? You were pretty high on Marcus Mariota coming over to the Silver and Black. I was high on him as well. I thought he could really challenge Carr and push him this offseason, which I think he has done that. But Mariota hasn't made the impact you thought he would make this offseason and really challenge Carr.
Well, most recent news says he has come back to practice.
Yes, he is back to practice today, so that's positive.
Yeah, I have not heard how that practice went.
I haven't heard either.
Yeah, I heard in the past.
He's back. I heard he's back today.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
There had
so
been
far.
some trouble. Apparently, Mariota is great with his legs, not so much with his arm. And
Gruden's got a thing for the Peterman. I'm telling you, I only think the Raiders are going to keep 2 quarterbacks. When we broke down that 53-man roster, I only think they're going to keep 2. I think with the expanded practice squad this year, and you're allowed, I think it's 4, you're allowed to protect week to week. And I think you'll protect that quarterback. That'll be 1. So you don't have to carry him on your 53. You can stick him on your practice squad, protect him week to week. So you still basically have 3 quarterbacks, but you're not going to carry 2 coming into game day. You'll use Lynn Bowden Jr. as your emergency 3. And it could be the Peterman. Does the Peterman, there's your quarterback controversy story. Everybody thought it was going to be Carr Mariota. It's going to be Mariota and the Peterman.
I don't know about that, because, I mean, if you say that Gruden likes Peterman, then he must love Mariota, man. I mean, if you look at the tape, if you look at the film, Mariota he's a great quarterback. The man, he broke college records at Oregon. He nearly won the Heisman, but Jameis Winston did that, in fact. And he was even drafted second behind Jameis Winston. We know how Jameis Winston is. Yeah. And he's a backup for the New Orleans Saints now. He is, He's holding it for Drew Brees, but whatever. Meanwhile, Mariota, man, I tell you, I think he's got something. He's got to have some of that football left in him. And I don't think his days in Las Vegas are over. But
we'll see. It's going to be an interesting year. There's a lot on Carr for this year, so it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I want to take a quick second, thank our sponsors, our official sponsors of Raider Reaction, RaiderNationStore.net. Got all kinds of silver and black gear. They got the new patches. They've got the new 2020 patches. The official game jersey patches. Go check all that stuff out, man. Ralph has all kinds of badass silver and black gear. RaiderNationStore.net, as well as modosports.com. MODO/sports.com. It's the official sports apparel company of the Violator, OG Hall of Fame, Raider Nation superfan, the Violator. You know who the Violator is. I can tell you who he is. It's his official, it's his official sports apparel company. He's the official sponsor as well.
He's a road warrior.
Yes, modosports.com, modo/sports.com, and RaiderNationStore.net. Check those guys out. And coming tomorrow night, it's every month, once a month, the first Thursday of every month, we have the official Reaction Shop raffle as we give away a bunch of stuff. Our sponsors send stuff in, and we've got stuff from Raider Reaction. We got a whole bunch of stuff to give away tomorrow night. So tune in the same time tomorrow night, and you'll just be able to sit here, kick back, and you'll be able to win a whole bunch of stuff.
You can win stuff, but only if you're a supporter.
Gotta be an official supporter of Raider Reaction. You've seen the guys scrolling by in the comments. Right there's one. Keith. You gotta be like Keith. You gotta have that supporter badge.
You the man, Keith.
To get that supporter badge, you gotta go to the top of the Facebook page, click that blue button that says become a supporter, or you can go to RaiderReaction.com, the website down there, /supporters, or just go to the website, click on the supporter tab, become an official supporter. You got to be an official supporter before the show starts tomorrow night to be able to be eligible, and every supporter has the ball in the hopper and a chance to win every single item we raffle. Not just one or two or three, every fucking thing we give away. What do we got to give away? We got the Coors cans to give away. We got some of the Coors cans. We got the fuck everything and become a pirate sticker. We've got, what else we got? We got Raider Reaction bumper stickers. We've got a fistful of patches from RaiderNationStore.net to give away. We got a whole bunch of the Panini Max Crosby football cards, RaiderNationStore.net sent in. We got a bunch of the Raider face shields that RaiderNationStore.net sent in. Those are the ones that have the, they got the logo face on them. Those are badass. We got a bunch of the flags, the Raider Nation flags. What else we got? Oh, the Raider Reaction poker chips, the Las Vegas 2020 inaugural season poker chips. These are authentic replica poker chips. These ain't no cheap plastic fuckers. They're real clay poker chips. Fuckers are nice. And then our grand prize tomorrow that we're going to be giving away. We've got a Tim Brown Rookie Effects game worn jersey card, mint condition, double sleeved. This was sent in from our sponsor, RaiderNationStore.net. That's at least $150 value right there. That's, if you won this right here, if you won this to be a supporter. So, I mean, that's a $150+ value. That's enough to just to have a chance to win that tomorrow night. So, become an official supporter. Have a chance to win some prizes tomorrow night.
You the man, Graham.
Sit back on your Thursday night. Relax. It's, we're all living through this shit. Have a chance to win some silver and black shit on your Thursday. Become a supporter and help us paint the world silver and black. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire, and most of all, it's a fucking $5 foot long. Listen to Keith.
$5.
$5 foot long.
Nah, man. I can't get down on a $5 foot long.
Can't?
Nah.
Meatball sub?
I like meatball subs.
I'll fucking tear up a Subway
I'll
meatball
tear up
sub.
I love a meatball sub, but I'm not getting it. I don't go there, man.
Subway, I could be your next sponsor. I'm telling you. You went with Jared, for Christ's sakes. Come on.
No, he's
He
better
said
than
don't touch
Jared.
kids and
He's
shit.
better than Jared.
I may swear, but I ain't going no levels of that depravity, that motherfucker.
Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa.
Easy. All right. We were way off the road there.
Yeah, way off the road.
All right.
Speaking of off the road.
All I have in this world is my balls and my words, and I don't break them for no.
That's kind of fitting.
That's right. You the man, Keith.
All right, moving on. A Blockbuster membership. Fuck. I think there's one that still exists of those somewhere. Somewhere in the world.
There's no block. Oh, I think there is a Blockbuster.
Yeah, it's like Portland, Oregon, or
Portland, Maine, more likely.
No, it's up in the Northwest somewhere. There's one that still exists.
Probably.
I've seen a store.
Idaho. I bet
It's
you
all
there's
like
still
Gucci.
Blockbusters in Idaho.
Yeah, fuck.
Because what else is in Idaho?
VHS.
Mountains and Blockbuster.
What is in Idaho?
Nothing.
Potatoes?
Boise State. They got a blue field.
They got a blue field. They had to go blue because
Yeah.
otherwise
They wear blue on
them.
blue. You can't even find them.
No, Jesus. It'd give me a headache, man. My son, every time we play college, it would be Boise State because of the blue field. I'm like, by the end of the game, I got a headache from watching that blue field. It's terrible.
Wesley Davis says it's in Alaska, so there's a Blockbuster in Alaska.
Well,
that's a really
that makes sense.
Northwest.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. We can go. Cheers!
Yeah, I got that herbal. You know, usually for the prime cut, I've got a partner who will bring me my syrup, and I got no partner.
You say
to bring
purple
me
drink?
my syrup.
Somebody say purple
I
drink?
said purple. What up, to Walrus? On a boat.
A topic then I don't seem to think like it's just kind of getting swept under the rug just because everybody is so bad to be able to attend the games and watch their team play this year that come down to the 12th hour they'll be able to go watch their team play in week 1. But is it fair to, even at this point when there's NFL teams that some states to allow fans, and then you've got others that are pushing to have fans week 1? If you've got every single other major sport has even the playing field for all of the franchises in their league.
The U.S. Open.
Why is the NFL not doing that?
The NFL, oh man. Well, right now, I think Roger Goodell is really concerned with the Washington football team. He's not looking at the season going forward right now because there's a massive investigation, and all that stuff is heinous. It's wrong. But anyway, it's wrong. It's dirty. Wrong. It's dirty. It's dirty. Burn it down. Burn it all down in Ashburn, Virginia. All right.
Dirty.
Now, no, I don't know. Roger Goodell needs to come out and just make
security.
Somebody call. Yep. Fuck security. No. Anyway, I'm here to chew gum, and I'm out of gum. Anyway, no. I think Roger Goodell needs to come out and make a statement, something that tells the entire league exactly what the mandate's going to be. Like, what is it going to be? Until that happens, the owners are basically subject to, I think, their state, government and what they say. So in some states where, they're a little more lax, maybe, I don't know, whatever. They're a little more lax. You can have some fans there. They'll do that. Some states don't care. They'll do that. Some states do.
But is that fair? Is that an even playing field for all teams? That you have some teams that will have basically no home field advantage. They're going to have no fans. You're going to have some that have a big home field advantage.
Well,
I mean, you're gonna go on the road and you're gonna have 0 fans there because it's gonna be 100% that home team. I don't know, man. It just seems like
they need to call it just like every other professional sport is done right now, and that's no fans. And the thing is I believe that home field advantage goes beyond just the fans in the stands. I think, being able to sleep in your own bed and then drive into the stadium and playing a football game that day is a home field advantage as opposed to, say, a hotel. And now, I mean, granted, they're all on private flights with private jets and whatnot. They've got climate controlled. I don't know. They're good. They're comfortable. They're comfortable flying to wherever they got to.
Yeah.
They don't even have to go to the same airport.
No, they're
as all
not
the
flying.
other people.
You're not flying fucking regular Allegiant flight with us.
Right. No. Yeah. No. So I don't know.
The fucking mask on.
But I think the home field advantage goes beyond just the fans in the stands. It's even just the locker room, like you hear about some Bush League stuff where they'll paint like the opposing locker room pink or something like that, The
Hawkeyes did that for fucking years, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I'm sure that some of that goes on in the NFL.
That would just piss me off. I think.
You get all pastel colors in your locker room. CDC says Rona numbers, that's great. Wear a mask and let's go to games. Sweet, whatever.
I'm fine with that, but whatever, it's got to be across the board. It has to be. You can't have this season turn into some bastard, weird, goofy season that whoever's the champion, it holds no legitimacy at the end. So you've got to set some sort of parameters to keep this a fair, even playing field. And I just think you got to pull the fans out of the stands. Just because there's already teams that have done so. There's certain fucking states and jurisdictions that are not going to allow fans at all. I just think they do, but I don't think they're going to. They're not going to. They're gonna have fans in the stands at Kansas City on fucking opening day, and they're just going to. They're going to because it looks better for the league. They're gonna fucking do it.
The best model we've had so far in professional sports has been The NBA basketball, which is reporting 0 cases of COVID, basically, since they started the bubble. They had a little trouble at the very beginning. People went out for, like, strippers and hot wings. But, like,
it's hard to not go out for strippers and hot wings, though, Prime. I mean, let's be realistic.
I know. I always...
I mean, buffalo sauce and glitter goes together like ketchup and mustard.
Keeping it
real.
real.
Really does.
Keeping it real.
I'm just saying.
Make it rain, y'all. So, anyway. But, yeah, I mean, if... Getting paid, losing money. Getting paid. One of us, anyway.
Somebody's making money.
Yeah. But
it's all commerce.
All right. Oh, we fell off the track.
Yeah, let's get her back on the road. Get her back on the road. You know what? It's time for some picks.
Yeah.
God damn it. We're going to hit the top games, the primetime games. It's hard to really say what's a game of the week or a true game of the week, a big matchup, because everybody's hyped. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's undefeated. Nobody's pissed down their leg yet. It's early in the season, so it is what it is.
Week 1 is upon us. I didn't know if it was ever going to happen.
But it's happening, man.
But it's happening.
We are talking a week from tomorrow. There will be live NFL football, relevant NFL football. We're gonna have fantasy squads playing. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally here at 8:20 Eastern Time. You got the kickoff of the Super Bowl champion Chiefs hosting the Texans. These guys have some playoff history.
They do.
Over the last couple seasons. A lot of history over the last couple seasons, just in general. And interesting matchup for Week 1.
What if I told you the Chiefs were going to have a Super Bowl hangover? I mean, I've seen Patrick Mahomes in all sorts of commercials. Man, that guy he sounds like Kermit, but he sells or something. I have no idea what's going on. But with that in mind, you got to look at, I don't know, all the stuff the Chiefs have been doing. Kansas City, it's been crazy. They did win the Super Bowl. I think they're tired. I think, they've got to take some time to ease that rookie running back in, and maybe it takes a minute for Patrick Mahomes to get dialed in because he likes to throw 45 yards down the field. And with that, I think the Texans win. That's right. I'm going with the Texans Thursday to kick off the season.
I just have a hard time. As much as I hate the Queefs, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm as big a Queef hater as anybody. And I want to see that. I think they're going to end up back in the playoffs this year. I don't believe they're going to have an epic collapse. I mean, this is a team that's looked good over the last. Don't feel good about the Texans. They're just fraudulent to me. They have been.
DeAndre Hopkins is gone.
He's gone. Watson he's a dynamic quarterback. He's an athlete. I get it. But you lost one of the top wide receivers in the league, and you traded him away. The point.
Well, I mean, I hear
he makes babies. Shit.
Yeah.
That's his personal business. He makes change moves. But you've got that. You've got the dynamic of this defense led by J.J. Watt, and J.J. Watt can't stay healthy. I don't know, man. I don't trust the Texans.
And I will say that despite the loss of DeAndre Hopkins, the Texans did pick up Brandon Cooks from the Rams. And
but he's not Hopkins.
Dude, he's a utility guy, man. He's a well-traveled wide receiver that all he does is walk around, have 1,000-yard seasons. I don't know, 80 catches.
I'm picking
7 touchdowns, man.
I'm going with the Queefs.
Nah, man. And they got David Johnson. David Johnson's going to come back from whatever wrist injury he had. Remember that 1 year?
That 1 year, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he's still got it in him. I'm sure he does.
Somewhere.
Otherwise, why would he still be in the league?
Nah,
man.
Because somebody's hoping and dreaming he's going to make it back. All right, so that's your next primetime game is Sunday Night Football, and you've got the Cowboys at the Rams.
Yeah.
The Cowboys with all the Dak fucking shit all in the offseason. Yeah. They brought in Andy Dalton to back him up.
They ran rifle.
They ended up paying Cooper, didn't they? I think they paid
Cooper. Marty got paid.
So, I mean... And you got the Rams, who they were shit last year.
They lost Brandon Cooks.
They fell off big last year from the big year they had the year before that.
Todd Gurley.
Who do you got? Throw it up in the comments. Who you got? You got Cowboys at Rams, Sunday Night Football. Who you got, Prime? What are you thinking on this? This is your second primetime game of that opening week.
I think the Rams have found the recipe to become the worst team in the league. Their number one wide receiver, gone. Their number one running back, gone. All you're left with is a underproducing quarterback, and I don't know. I mean, who else they got? Kendricks, a tight end? I mean, like, who do they got? Like, nobody. No. And unfortunately, Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott, those guys can win some games, and this will be one of them. I don't like Dallas, but I like them to win this game.
I do too. I'm with Brian. Fucking Dallas wins. That's about how I feel about it too. Fucking Dallas wins because the Rams are awfully bad.
Yep.
That about sums it up right there. That just about sums that game up, and that's kind of the line I'm looking at too. Now on Monday Night Football, you got the doubleheader. It's that fucking kickoff doubleheader. The Raiders have been stuck in that son of a bitch. I don't know how many fucking times over the last decade.
Forever.
Always relegated into that second game of the doubleheader. So if you're in the East Coast, that fucking game doesn't get over at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. But not in it this year. And that'll be the last game we pick, so don't worry, we'll hit that one. But you got the doubleheader on Monday Night Football. It's the last of your primetime games in Week 1. And you've got the first one is the Steelers at the Giants. You got Steelers at the Giants. Eli Manning era, it's completely over. He's sitting around now, hoping to wait and see if he can get in the Hall of Fame someday. You got Roethlisberger, his fucking predator ass is still hanging around, trying to get one more. Who's he got? Juju Smith-Schuster, James Conner. I mean, I don't know. This is a weird game. I guess you had to stick somebody on Monday night in the doubleheader, so you went Steelers-Giants. It's an AFC-NFC matchup. Two teams that don't hardly ever fucking play each other. They've got no history.
They got like league history.
Yeah,
I mean, not like history together, but like they're both like long-standing, somewhat successful teams in the league.
Yeah,
a couple of Super Bowls here and there.
Yeah,
a bunch for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but they don't play a lot in the regular season.
They don't play a lot. No.
They don't play a lot.
They're storied teams.
Yeah, so
a lot of history.
Once every 4 years they play, but. I don't know, man. I don't. The Giants. I'm not sold on the Giants. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. With
Daniel Jones out of Duke University. You don't draft a quarterback. You don't draft football players.
Duke is not a football factory. That's for damn sure. I just don't see how the Steelers lose this game to the Giants. I don't give a fuck where it's played.
Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron is a Steeler now. And all that guy does is post up in the end zone and catch touchdowns. He's done it for a couple of teams, and now he's with the Steelers, which is that's like a scary pickup they got that I think is an effective one because, I mean, Ebron, he was doing work. Well, who was that? With the Colts. Yeah, the Colts were throwing Ebron.
It's going to be Isaiah Johnson, Galo. Isaiah Johnson. I don't think Damon was going to start anyway. He'll be fine. It's going to be a few weeks to get his hand back in order, and he's going to be fine. I don't think it's as big issue as everybody wants to make. You've got the second game on Monday Night Football is Titans at Broncos.
Oh, did we pick the Steelers? Did we actually? Did you?
Oh no, I'm picking the Steelers.
Oh yeah, I'm picking the Steelers too. All right.
So okay. All right. We got that taken care of.
Okay.
All right, Titans at Broncos. That's your second Monday Night Football game?
Titans made it to the AFC Championship last year.
I think Derrick Henry runs over and just leaves donkeys in his wake in this game. I don't even think
Ryan Tannehill.
I don't think this is a good game.
Is a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's actually a pretty stand-up guy. I don't think of him much as a quarterback. But yeah, he's a stand-up guy. So
you've got
shout out to you, Ryan Tannehill.
You've got the #1 rusher in the league. The Donkeys. I don't believe in their quarterback. They've got so much wrong with them.
I only learned his name the other day. Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Is that their quarterback?
Yeah, he's nothing special.
No,
he's nothing special. They did add him a nice weapon with Judy going over there at wide receiver. One of the highly touted and talked about wide receivers in the draft.
Yeah, there are a few of those.
He went over there, but I don't know, man. Drew Lock.
Yeah, no, I gotta go Titans.
I'm going Titans. Although, what do you guys think? Throw it up in the comments.
I'm seeing some Titans out there. A lot of people picking the Titans.
Yeah,
over
Brian,
Denver.
Denver's bad.
Tennessee
Titans over
Denver.
the Donkeys.
Yeah.
Graham Steele. I just don't. Kind of some weak games really for your Monday night to come back in Week 1. You've got Steelers at Giants and Titans at Broncos,
I'm
neither one of those really kicked
At
the
least
fucking pulse up at all. I mean, that's kind of weak.
I might be wrong, but I feel like the Broncos and the Titans have met in the playoffs previously, unlike New York and Pittsburgh. But
Well, yeah, I mean, but not. Yeah, but.
so there's something to it. I mean, I just don't like
guess.
the Titans. The Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, and they took a team out of Houston and moved it to Tennessee like idiots, and then they named them the Titans, and I don't like them, and then they came back and made a team in Houston anyway, and they called them the Texans. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. They could have just kept the Houston Oilers going, because those powder blues were the best powder blues if you ask this guy. Anyway, and... you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those Houston... Whoa. Warren Moon back in the day. Oh, Billy White Shoes, whatever that guy...
Johnson.
Yeah. 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 Anyway, remember Tecmo Bowl? I mean, like, you couldn't stop Houston on Tecmo Bowl. Anyway.
Shoot.
They should have, man, the
Curtis
run and
Tucker,
shoot. I
Drew
tried to...
Jeffries, Ernest Givens.
Yeah.
Lorenzo White.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fuck it up.
Quit. You're making me all excited. Here we go.
Titans did blow it in the playoffs against the Queefs.
Yeah, they
but
did.
I don't see this as even a game, man. I think you got two shitty matchups on Monday Night Football. I don't think you're going to see two very good games. I think the Steelers truck the Giants, and I think the Titans do the same to the Broncos. That leaves one more game we're going to pick here for Week 1 Prime, and that is the Raiders going on the road to the Panthers. There will be no fans in attendance for this game. It will be an empty stadium. Carolina announced a day or two ago that there will be no fans for Week 1. And so it'll be an empty stadium game. It's going to be Raiders on the road. You got Teddy Bridgewater, Bitchwater as I like to call him.
Bitchwater? The man broke his leg in practice.
It just sounds good.
Is that not doing it?
No.
Practice?
No.
Are we talking
Practice.
about practice?
You talking about practice? Practice? Really? It's not even a game, man. We're talking about practice.
But I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm a man. All right. You like that? All right. We can just run them all right now. Playoffs. All right.
Playoffs? You talking about playoffs? I just hope we win another game this season. Jesus Christ.
So, they're exactly who we thought they were. Then we let them off the hook.
You can crown them if you want to. Easy now.
All right.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Raiders, Panthers. I think this bodes very well for the Raiders. The Panthers are a team that I think is going to need more time to gel. You are completely adding a new quarterback. You've changed the coaching staff. You've changed a lot here. Yes, they've got Christian McCaffrey. Yes, they've got some pieces, but you've lost Kuechly over the past year. You've just lost a little. This is not the same Panthers team this team was a year.
Not your mama's and daddy's Panther team.
It's good. This is a team that's going to be in a rebuild, basically starting this year, and I think the Raiders are hitting them perfect. Call me a homer. Call me what you want. Still call me late to dinner, but the Raiders are winning.
I'll call you a homer, all right. I mean,
well, I am.
I mean, all right. So Teddy Bridgewater comes over from the Saints, where of course he was with Sean Payton. They got a hell of a coach there.
Stocked
in New Orleans.
roster, fucking #1 wide receiver in the league.
Oh yeah,
Alvin Kamara,
one of the
Jared
better
Cook.
offensive minds in the league. You know,
Yeah,
Sean
you got
Payton,
a Super Bowl pedigree coaching staff with a what better? He was set up perfect for success.
He went 5-0 when Drew Brees was hurt.
He did everything he was supposed to do when given the opportunity with a team that's that stocked. Now it's what does he do now? It's all about what he does now.
With DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel.
Yeah.
I
drafted him. He's on my fantasy team.
There you go.
He's a member of the Silver and Black Attack.
And
he's one of the fam.
The best running back in the league right now, which is Christian McCaffrey.
He's pretty dynamic.
I think they're doing a little bit more than rebuilding. I think they can make a run in that division even. I think they're going to be a handful.
In that division?
In that division.
With the Falcons,
the
Bucks,
Falcons, the Bucks, and the Saints.
I don't know, man. That's a tough division this year.
I'm gonna go Carolina just to fuck with you.
Carolina. Oh. Panthers. No way. All right.
Man.
Oh hell.
No, the Raiders got to show me, man. That's just it. Right now, they're fantastic on paper. They got a lot going on for him. But is Derek Carr really gonna like step up to bat? Is he?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Is Carr really gonna, I don't know, step into a throw like he means it this year? You know, play fearless and throw downfield. Is he going to utilize those great receivers? Ruggs.
I got the Raiders by 10 in
Yeah,
this game. I
yeah.
got Raiders by 10 in this one.
3 passing touchdowns. Right on.
Raiders by 10 in this one. Keith's got 34 to 20.
As long as those 3 touchdowns don't go to Josh Jacobs week 1, we'll be fine.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because Derek Carr's going to be throwing them too.
And did you know, of course, that the Commish and I are actually playing each other week 1 in
one.
our fantasy football league.
Yeah,
in which case, he does have Josh Jacobs. I do have Christian McCaffrey.
And I do
on
have
my
Derek
team.
Carr
He has
as
Derek
my
Carr.
starting quarterback
I guess
too.
I do.
And I got Curtis Samuel.
Teddy Bridgewater's my backup.
That's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Dirty South
He's my backup.
showdown.
To Deshaun Watson. He plays on Thursday. I hope it's a shootout. I want them all to be shootouts.
It's going to be an interesting
Big
matchup.
points.
It's going to be a very interesting matchup.
34-49 type games.
It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting matchup.
Arnett gets a pick 6. Wow. All right.
With one hand.
Teddy Bridgewater.
He's going to have a club. They're
He's
saying
supposed
he's
to
going
be
play at the
accurate.
club.
I was not even a fan of Teddy Bridgewater when he was in Minnesota. When he was a Viking, I thought he was just everyone was saying how precise he was, and like, I'm glad you're accurate, but like, throw the ball down the field and make some plays. I want touchdowns, not 4-yard gains.
Yeah.
And you should know exactly how that feels with Derek Carr.
Yes.
Oh my God, check down Derek. That's what I'm gonna call him now for the rest of the season. Check down Derek until he shows me different.
I'm telling you, we were talking about it a little before the show. Derek just doesn't have that mean streak in him, and I'm still concerned about that. He feels disrespected. He's come out with more fire this season than I've seen in any other offseason, but this is a big year for Derek Carr. This is a huge year for Derek Carr. A show-me season. He has to. 100 yards rushing for Josh Jacobs. I think he gets it.
Yeah, I think Jacobs gets 100 yards rushing. I think it's probably...
They are going to feed him.
Yeah.
Feed him like a fucking fat girl at a free buffet. It's going to be feeding him the rock. That's what's going to be going on.
Can I get some gravy on this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to go both ways, though. It's going to be a running back battle.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. You got McCaffrey against Jacobs, 2 of the most dynamic backs in the league. It's going to be very interesting.
It depends. Unless the Raiders roll out that same kind of defensive backfield they had the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Then DJ Moore and all them guys and wide receivers over there in the Panthers might have a day. Could be a shootout. Oh, it's 56-49.
It could be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting game. No fans. There'll be no fans. I am still planning on making the trek up there. My wife doesn't even know it yet, but we're going. God damn it. Oh, she's going to know soon because I'm going to book a hotel on Friday morning. So then she's going to know.
And there's still a potential. There's a possibility that both I'm Prime, he's a Commish. We're going to be in Vegas for week 2. Maybe.
Yes.
The home opener.
I've still got flight vouchers and everything from the failed draft fucking shit that I've got to get used, and I'm still debating. I've heard news and rumbling that there may be something done for the fans at Allegiant Stadium, and if that happens for the home opener, I want Raider Reaction to be there and in full force and covering that shit. So that's still out there for a possibility. We definitely want to be up there and put a little silver and black.
Yeah, my
in
man
Carolina.
Keith Lorenzo says that Ruggs is going to have 65 yards and 1 touchdown. I'm going to say Ruggs is going to have 65 yards and 1 touchdown in one play.
It's a possibility, man. Henry Ruggs III is
in one play
fast. I sat down and played Madden 21 when my son got it for his birthday last week.
Yeah.
And I sat down and played it, and literally, man, the first play that I had on offense, I was like, I'm going to throw it to Henry Ruggs III. I'm going to have him fucking up and fucking hook it to the middle on a streak.
That's a post.
I hit that son of a bitch, and my God, is he fast.
Is he that fast?
He's that fast on there, too. I think he's a 98 speed on Madden. He caught it, and he was just gone. And if he's
that's smoking.
I can see the same thing happening in real life.
Do you think he's one of the fastest guys in the NFL right now?
He's close.
Yeah, I think he's up the top.
There's been a lot of talk. Him and Rico Gafford were supposed to have a race, and I don't think they ever did. Rico's on the Raiders as well, and Rico is also one of the fastest guys in the league. And it's kind of...
Rico opened a restaurant in my town.
Yes, he did.
So Rico, if you're watching the show,
Rico.
I'm going to come by. We're going to do an interview. All right?
We got to get Rico on.
We got to get Rico on.
I think he's going to make the cut this year.
I'll come
again.
eat at your place. We'll talk football. It'll be beautiful. It'll be brilliant. Yeah, Devontae, big ups to you, Skywalking. I go, Skywalking on my haters. Anyway, yeah. How it used to be. We had Ghost of the Post. I mean, we had a split screen thing going on.
Yeah.
And that's what we hope for the season. But you can expect to see the Ghost of the Post on Wednesday night with Prime and the Commish. Yeah, every week this football season.
We're going to do it. Hell, if we got to do it by phone, we're going to do it. Whatever we got to do it. So,
and if everyone talks about the Prime extended cut, I'll find another time for it. We'll make it happen, so that's still there. As well as I'm going to do a
you
fantasy
can't have
show.
enough time to sit and talk football during the
I
season.
can talk
Prime.
football. Yeah, I know.
Because
right?
everybody will sit and want to talk football during the season. So we're stepping it up. We're stepping up the coverage more this season. Your game day coverage. We're going to have pregame show, the Raider Reaction halftime shows like we always have. Go live as soon as the halftime whistle blows, so that you can sit, talk about what's going on with members of Raider Nation. And one of our Raider Reaction hype team will be hosting the halftime shows. And then I will be there at the immediate, right after that final whistle blows, for my post-game reaction. Good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be. Vulgar lace.
Vulgarity?
Vulgarities, vulgar, whatever.
Bad leg.
Yeah,
with
with that word. Whatever. Fuck, I can't get it out. My fucking tongue ain't working, neither's my buttons.
How do you even... No. Oh, man. What's this? It's a cat fight. All right.
Easy
But the
now.
Ghost of the Post is coming back, man. We're back.
But make sure tomorrow night, same time, same channel, the Reaction Shop raffle, man. We've got so much stuff we are giving away. We got patches, cards. We're giving away a Tim Brown Game Worn Jersey Rookie Effects card. All kinds. We've got T-shirts from the Violator. He's sending T-shirts we're giving away. We got all kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff.
Fuck everything. Become a pirate.
Flags, face shields. All you got to do to get a chance to win tomorrow night in the Reaction Shop raffle is become an official supporter of Raider Reaction. You see the guys that are rolling by with the supporter badges next to their name? Go to the top of the Raider Reaction Facebook page. Click that blue button. Become an official supporter. You can come tomorrow. You get a chance to win all kinds of shit. Fucking limited edition poker chips. 2020 Las Vegas inaugural season Raider Reaction poker chips. He said the Mad Max Crosby cards, Tim Brown cards, bumper stickers,
You the man, Graham.
T-shirts. We're even giving away the Coors Light cans tomorrow night.
Did we get any of those water bottles?
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe.
Like
Like Las Vegas Raiders official.
we got all kinds of stuff for you
Water
guys.
bottle.
Tune in tomorrow night, but you have to be an official supporter to have a number assigned to you in the hopper when the show goes live. If you're not a supporter, by the time the show goes live, you're going to have to wait till the next month. First Thursday of every month. And September's first Thursday is tomorrow. Time for the Reaction Shop raffle.
And I'm still in town, so we're
ton
gonna
of
do it
shit to
again.
give away. Prime will be in studio tomorrow too to help give away a bunch of stuff. We're gonna have a good time. We're giving away stuff.
Oh, come on, lines.
Lines, you
For real?
Here
You
he
wait till,
comes.
like,
He's waiting till the end of the game.
is that how that goes? You just wait till the end of the show and be like,
you're a dirty man.
Steveljuice, Steveljuice, Steveljuice.
Easy! Oh, look what he's done.
No.
Oh,
Ryan Tannehill's a punk. I don't even like Derrick Henry. Sounds like a lumberjack. Yeah, I'm on a boat.
you were on a couch.
I was on a couch,
I'm on a couch, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm slumped over on a couch.
Where the fuck is Eddie George?
It's Eddie's fault.
It's
God
all
damn
Eddie
it.
George's fault.
That's always Eddie George's fault. God damn, that's why he didn't win the Super Bowl. Fuck Eddie.
Oh, he did kind of.
That's it.
Yeah, he screwed the pooch in the Super Bowl. He was all right though, and he was kind of a jerk in Ballers.
Fuck Eddie George.
That show with the Rock.
Fuck him.
Fuck you, Eddie George.
Who's gonna start? Carr's gonna start. It's not
Who's
even.
gonna
It's not even a
start?
question, Devontae.
Yeah, who's gonna
That's not
start?
no. There's no question.
I'll
It's
tell you
start.
who's gonna start.
This is Carr's year. It's prove it time. Now, 4 games in, if he's tripping over his dick, it might be a totally
Nathan
different
Peterman
story.
is your man.
Might be a totally different
I'm
story.
kidding. Nah, they're not going to do that. Gruden's going to stick with him.
Wesley Davis is like, I don't even know what I just fucking witnessed.
Eddie George.
It's always Eddie's fault.
It's a miracle.
The miracle and whatever that was.
Okay.
The unmiracle.
The miracle.
The Motor City Miracle. No,
Miracle.
that's the wrong miracle.
What?
That's not the Motor City Miracle. What was the? I forget.
I don't think there's any miracles in football.
Music City Miracle.
Music City Miracle.
That's what it was.
It wasn't a miracle. It was a forward pass. That was a. Oh, there should have been a flag.
Yeah.
There should have been a flag. That was a penalty.
Something. Should have been something. Raffle tomorrow night. Become an official supporter of Raider Reaction. Go to RaiderReaction.com/supporters. Get it figured out. All the details are there. You get put in the Dark Side Inner Circle group. You get the cool supporter badge next to your name.
Subscribe on YouTube.
You get discounts through the Reaction Shop when you buy any gear. Yeah, just all kinds of stuff. But the most
Follow us on
important thing,
Instagram.
you get a chance to win every item that we're going to
Twitter!
raffle 12 times a year, first Thursday of every month. Twitter, Instagram,
All
do
that.
it. The official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire. Come to the dark side. It's real, it's raw, it's uncensored. It's our official group on Facebook. Do it.
Do it.
He's Prime.
He's the commish.
This was Ghost of the Post. It's been long enough.
Too damn long.
Follow the Twitter.
it.
Everybody likes a good Twitter.
Everybody
Likes a good Twitter.
Everybody likes a good Jim Bob Cooter.
Jim Bob Cooter and Twitter just might be cousins. On a branchless family tree. Until next time, we're out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.
Raider football.